This is why I train in martial arts.
A 17-year-old Muslim girl has been reported as dead after she was assaulted by an individual who allegedly hit her with a metal bat. Now, this story is so devastating, and it seems as though it was possibly a random act of murder. However, police are not treating this as a hate crime, although individuals who know more about this story indicate that they do feel that the individual attacked this 17-year-old girl simply because she is a Muslim. Now, she and her friends were at a mosque, and since it's Ramadan, they were leaving the mosque together to go get a meal. Of course, during Ramadan, there's no consumption of food during the day. That all happens at night. And so they were planning on heading out to an IHOP to eat, and that was when this terrible person approached them and started the attack. Now, according to accounts from police and a mosque official, a group of 4 or 5 teens were walking back from breakfast at IHOP early Sunday when they were confronted by a motorist. All but one of the teens ran to the mosque where the group reported that the girl had been left behind. The girl is Nabra. Here's a photo of her, graphic 1. And again, just an innocent 17-year-old girl. And to be quite honest with you, what I found interesting about the story is even though she was celebrating Ramadan, it was more of a social thing for her. She wasn't really all that religious, and she didn't wear a headdress often. She only did it because it was Ramadan. And many think that she was targeted, or the group of girls were targeted specifically because of the fact that they were wearing the headdress. Now, remains thought to be the girls were actually found at 3 p.m. Sunday in a pond. The girl's mother said detectives told her that Nabra was struck with a metal bat. Fairfax County Police identified the man charged with murder in her death as Darwin Martinez Torres of Sterling, Virginia. And here is his mugshot. Luckily, he is in custody. Police arrested him after they said that they saw him near the scene looking suspicious. But we don't have many details as to why they don't believe that it is a hate crime. We don't have details as to why they are tying him to this crime. All we know is that a 17-year-old girl, an innocent 17-year-old girl, lost her life for absolutely no reason at all. And it's an incredibly tragic story.
So I think this situation that happened over in Virginia with the young girl being attacked on the way home from the mosque, and also the situation that happened in London where some guy drove a van trying to drive the van over people who were celebrating Ramadan, it definitely shows that there is a need for Muslim Americans to take self-defense lessons. Now, I can tell you how I can help. Because where I teach, your religion is not an issue with me. Your religion is not an issue with me. Your race is not an issue with me. Your age is not an issue with me. Your gender is not an issue with me. Your sexual orientation is not an issue with me. The only thing that's an issue with me is that I want you to come and learn. You have to follow my instructions because there's a reason for everything that I do. And I have trained people before who are Muslim. And what problems did I encounter? The only problem I found was there was one guy whose practice had forbid him to bow, and he had a son in the class. So what I told him is, just don't bow. If I tell you to bow, and just don't bow. I know you're not supposed to bow. When everybody else is bowing in or out, don't do it. And then they came with their own thing and said, well, we've seen this salute. I said, okay, you can use the Kung Fu salute. We're not Kung Fu, but it does show something, and that's okay. Fine, you can do that. No problem. So the only thing I think could be an issue as far as clothing would be the full burqa, because you can't really make contact with that, and you would get hot. The person could overheat wearing that, moving around. So that would be it. I would say this too. Let's say in your particular practice of Islam, women are not allowed to train with men outside their family, be around men who are outside their family. So the solution to that is to get a man that's in your family to take the class. Tell me, I'm going to train this and I want to teach whoever, but I can't let her come here, but I would like to show her. Let me know. and I'll work with you. Typically, what I say is, by the time you get to brown belt, I will say you can train other people. I don't let you give out rank, but once you get to Shodan, you can technically break away from me. I'll just say, hey, I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to get my own students, because in my tradition, wherever I've trained, Shodans can give out rank up to Shodans, and Shodans can run clubs. So it would be just like you running your own club, and that's fine. And I don't have a problem with that. And I could, if you wanted my guidance, I could guide you. If not, fine. But I do say, wait until you get to be an assistant instructor before you start instructing other people, because by then you truly know enough to help out a beginner. So that would be a solution. Look at the way things are going in this world. Wickedness is running amok. People are being extremely violent. 17-year-old girl can't even walk back from a religious celebration in some parts of the world. And this incident is in, I live in the DC area. This happened in the DC area. So it's getting rough out there. And when it's getting rough out there, you should sign up for a martial arts class.
Call 301-894-6616. You want to find out more? Go to cecilryu.org, cecilryu.org. Peace.